USA.
The Centrum Center in Worcester, Massachusetts, here on USA, as Kodak presents Improv Ice. And this was the scene here several hours ago. An amazing collection of national, world, and Olympic champions gathering, knowing they're about to be tested, but not knowing what the evening will hold. In a sport that values preparation above all else, this would be the first time the skaters would know what their music will be. First step in creating a completely new and unique routine. The ladies got their music at about 6, and then came the men at 6:30. Kurt Browning didn't want country. That's what he got. Rudy Galindo's nephew Tyler got to listen to his music. And then it was time to take to the ice to try out what they were working on for the first time in the arena, creating every step of the way. Greatest in the world, about to test their improv skills. And hello, everyone. Bill McAtee, along with former world champion and Olympic silver medalist Rosalind Sumners. And a year ago, you know what these skaters are going through, because a year ago, you were backstage at this time trying to come up with a routine.
Well, I'm glad I'm up here with you this year, Bill. Actually, it was fun. It's a real challenge. It was the most nervous I had ever been as a professional. I'm a skater. I like to know every step is choreographed to the music. And again, this goes against everything you've ever learned or taught. Repetition, repetition, repetition. I warmed up with Christy Yamaguchi backstage last year. I think it's the only time I ever really saw panic in her face. So some skaters are good at this and some aren't comfortable with it.
In its shortest form, what are the keys to assembling a routine?
Well, you have to have real music memory. Hopefully, if you pick country music, hopefully you've skated to it before. And you just have to be quick and, you know, if anything, act. If you get lost, deer in the headlights, as we call it, act, smile.
Well, it's a very unique event. Let's show you the schedule today and what the skaters went through. We'll begin with the Adagio teams. Now, these are extreme pairs skaters. At 3:15, they got their skating order and music. At 3:25, they listened to the music for the first time. Then they had an hour on the ice to try to create a routine. At 6 was the ladies' draw. They got their skating order and their music. And then at 6:10, they listened to the music off the ice. At 6:30, the men got their skating order and music. The ladies were on the ice at 6:40. The men heard their music off the ice. The men were on the ice at 7:10 for the first time. And we are just about set to go. Improv Ice on USA, and the ladies are warming up, just about set to go. We return to Worcester.
Kodak presents USA's Improv Ice, brought to you in part by Xenical. Ask your doctor about Xenical today. And by Kodak Picture Maker. Prints from prints in minutes without negatives.
Bye.
USA, and here's a look at our ladies that we're about to see. And here's a look at our ladies that we're about to see. Ekaterina Gordeeva.
Well, she continues to grow as a performer. She's looking forward to tonight. Of course, Nicole Bobek, she actually uses improvisation in her competitions. So this is an event totally made for Nicole. And Caryn, she's at the peak of her career right now. She actually wants to be a choreographer someday. She loved the piece of music she chose. And Chen, her second year as a professional. Surya Bonaly is the acrobat on ice, tries things that none of us, certainly certainly would attempt. She's always exciting. And of course, Katarina Witt. What else can I say, but I admire her strength. Tomorrow's her birthday. This is a great event for her.
So here's our skating order. Gordeeva will start. Bonaly will be next. Then Chen, Witt, Kadavy, and Bobek. And on the right, that is the music. They will skate to. And there's the third member of our broadcast team, Bill Patrick, who's with the man who created this event, Robin Cousins. Billy?
That's right, William. Thank you so much. And Improv Ice is back, and it is bigger and better than ever, as they say in the biz. And by the biz, of course, I mean the industry. Thanks to this man, Robin Cousins. Robin, I'm curious as to the feedback you got from last year's show.
Well, it was very interesting. I think a lot of people thought the whole thing was a great big setup. I think they really didn't understand that these people really would come out and produce what they did last year. I wasn't even ready for them to do that. And I think a lot of the skaters surprised themselves. But it definitely is a happen on the day event. And there were some nervous skaters backstage tonight, and they're ready to go.
Well, are you supposed to be nervous? Are you supposed to be a little scared before this thing?
You should be scared every time you step out onto the ice, and you need those nerves. What you've got to do is use them for a positive energy instead of a negative one. And I know exactly how they're going to feel, because I'm going to be out there later.
Of course, the Pokemon movie scared the daylights out of me, but that's just me. Now, Robin, you were like an expectant father here last year. You have to admit that. But the baby's been born, it's healthy, and it looks like it's growing up nicely.
It is growing very nicely, but we just need to make sure we have at least what we had last year, if not better.
Well, you've got a tremendous array of stars this year, again this year, don't you?
We're thrilled. You know, Ekaterina Witt has come and joined us. That's certainly going to give us some credibility. New people, Chen, a couple of people from before, Nicole Bobek. She's happy. She loves to improvise. Her Olympic performance was an improvisation, so she's comfortable out here. But for everybody else, it's a little different. For Elvis, Kurt Browning, it's going to be a fun night.
Well, the word unique is often misused and overused, but I think in this case it really does apply. It's going to be a lot of fun. Bill?
All right, Bill, thank you very much. You know, that was one of the amazing things last year, Roz, is how well the skaters did with their routines. Such short amount of time to prepare. Now on the ice, skating to the music of Reba McEntire, Ekaterina Gordeeva, two-time Olympic pairs champion with her late husband.
I think country music is the one thing Katya has never done. We saw in the video she squealed when she got her music. Something very different for her.
For a while now, you're the one he gave his name to. I never see his face in the early morning light. You have his mornings, his daytimes, and sometimes I have his nights.
Opening with a nice double axel. I will tell you, Bill, the one thing, when you're improvising, it makes you listen to the music more. Again, nothing has been choreographed step by step. You have to really listen. Now, it's very easy to skate around and do jumps. Obviously, it takes up some time. The skaters that are the most comfortable will fill their programs with a lot of steps and a lot of the choreography. is I was afraid I'd not remember where the ending of the music came from. Like all of a sudden, I was in the middle of a spin and the music ended. That was my biggest fear. That was beautiful. Again, it looks like she spent time on that program. She made it up in the last 2 hours on the floor. That's great.
Ekaterina Gordeeva.
Nice camel spin position. Combination into a sit spin. Changing the foot into a back sit spin. Really good position. See how low she is? There's a lot of strength in the thigh.
Well, let's go down and check in once again with Bill Patrick. Bill?
All right, Bill, thank you so much. Well, somebody had to start. It was you. How did you feel?
Can I try again?
Oh, come on now. It was beautiful.
Okay, no, that's fine. It's very different. It's very interesting. I don't know. I hope I warmed up people a little bit.
I think you did. I think you did. What was the toughest thing about this?
Everything's pretty tough. Yeah, except skating.
Right.
But everything else is to make up the program, to draw. It was very difficult because it's scary which one music you're going to get.
Well, congratulations. It was magnificent, and best of luck later tonight.
Thanks very much.
Rosalind and Bill, at least she ended on time. The music ended just at the right time.
Okay, Bill, thank you.
For three-time world silver medalist,
There she is, Surya Bonaly of France.
Last year, she chose the country music, and she actually loved it and was very comfortable. And this year, she picked contemporary pop.
Heard her music for the first time earlier tonight and asked, well, who is this? Not recognizing the voice of Barbra Streisand.
Life isn't always what it seems. You have to fight to hold your dreams. I'll not let mine slip out the windows. I've got no time.
What I think ends up being a pleasant surprise is that a piece of music you may have never chosen for yourself before, you realize, wow, I love this, and maybe I'll do this again. I used my program last year a couple of different times in shows, but what's so exciting is that these programs have never been seen before. This is the first time we're seeing them.
I can do it. Yes, I can now. I can do it. I know I can. Come big or small chance, I'll make it. I'll join the dance, chant, sing my way. I can do it. Just to get me.
Really nice triple southpaws. Bill, the one thing when you're doing a program that has been choreographed, that you've been training, you know where the jumps are coming, you know when to mentally prepare for the jumps. In this, you can be skating down the ice thinking, is this going to the music? Am I going in the right direction? And all of a sudden you have to jump. So it's definitely harder for jumping.
Think of all the girls that life is passing by.
Now this is a piece of music I wouldn't normally watch or feel Surya would skate to, and I think it suits her perfectly. There's that back flip that she's so well known for. See, all of them are ending on time with a spin. That was great. Now she knows who Barbra Streisand is.
Surya Bonaly. Hard to believe that she created that routine from scratch over the last 2 hours. Always such a dynamic skater and always a crowd favorite. Warm ovation from the crowd here at the Centrum Center in Worcester, Massachusetts. Well, coming up next when we return to Improv Ice on USA, Ekaterina Witt. We'll be back in a moment. Improv Ice on USA. And it's on USA. And for more, log on to the internet at www.usanetwork.com/skate for a chance for you to let us know who your favorite improv skater was. Vote after all 6 ladies have skated. And getting ready to skate and chatting with Bill Patrick, Olympic bronze medalist in Nagano, Chen.
This is the part about improvising. You can start anywhere you want. She's not even on the ice yet. She really liked her piece of music. She says, it's sexy. And that's Chen's style.
Put a spell on you. Cause you're mine. You better stop the things you do. I ain't lying. No, I ain't lying. You know I can't stand it. You're running around. You know better, Daddy. I can't stand it cause you put me down. Yeah, yeah. Put a spell on you.
You know, skating clubs across the country actually have competitions for improvising, and these little kids, I watched them in the past, they go out and they're so cute, they know what they're doing, and I would always stand there and think, well, I don't get this. I honestly never felt comfortable improvising. Maybe it's something I should go back and work on. What do you think? One thing that's easy to do is steal choreography from programs in your past. So if you ever recognize a few moves, and I've already seen something in this program from other programs of Lulu's, this isn't the time to try something really new and different. That was great.
Chen, the 1995 Ladies World Champion, pioneer in figure skating in China. Still lives officially in Beijing, but resides part-time in San Francisco. Preparing to take the ice next, Katarina Witt, the two-time Olympic gold medalist, and we had a chance to talk to her earlier. And we asked her for her thoughts on this improv format.
Well, usually I struggle between what is coming up and you need to be nervous for, because nothing is regular, nothing is the way it's supposed to be. But there's not the normal training session where you can go through your program again because you don't know. So basically, yeah, you're nervous because I know that there's just certain things I can't do, and if I try this kind of music and I have to pull it off, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Here now is a
Well, the music for Katarina is Chapel of Love.
Go to the Chapel of Love is two-time Olympic champion Katarina Witt.
Well, I don't know what Katarina's talking about. She can pull anything off. She is injured. An hour ago, instead of being on the ice, she was laying on a table in the training room in tears. She said, I don't know if I can jump. I said, it's not about the jumps tonight.
She actually did injure her back during the warm-ups and trying to create the routine.
I think she's sneaking away from the chapel. Oh, and look who she's bringing out to possibly marry Kurt Browning. Sorry, Kurt's already married, Katarina. Kat said, if I don't jump, I'm just going to kind of wiggle around and play with my skirt. I said, hey, go for it.
Well, it's interesting because some of us sort of grew up with this kind of music, but remember, Katarina was raised in the former East German city of Karl-Marxstadt, and I don't think this was big on the Karl-Marxstadt hit parade.
But it's a fun and playful piece, and that is Katarina's personality, so. Bill, the one thing about an injury or doubting yourself or being nervous that maybe I can't skate to a piece of music, if you'll notice, the minute these skaters get out here, and I know that, all of that just disappears. You just do what you're meant to do. You also have to remember what you already did in the program so you don't repeat it again. I know I was like, oh, did I already do that?
Four-time world champion and two-time Olympic champion, Katarina Witt.
It was very fun.
And I don't think any of the people here in Worcester are aware of the injury that Katarina sustained a short time ago, but still got out there and skated. Let's go down to Bill Patrick.
All right, Bill, thank you so much. Wow, that was beautiful. I know you broke Kurt's heart, but that was beautiful.
Oh, I did this long time ago.
Now,
Just kidding.
Bill mentioned that you injured your back slightly before the show. How does it feel?
In practice, I was just trying really to be prepared. And then I pulled a muscle and that's why I couldn't jump. So I had the choice, go out, don't jump. Still don't know what I'm doing. Or just go out, and I thought I just really want to enjoy it tonight. And it's such a cute song, so I went out. So I'm sorry I didn't do any tricks.
I don't think anybody feels that at all. We were all very grateful at the fact that you were able to perform. And also, you were very nervous, weren't you, before the show?
Oh, totally, because I really love what I'm doing before I go out there. I like to know my music, my choreography. I mean, I like performing, but you can tell in the middle I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? What's next?
Are you glad that you made the decision now to show up and to skate?
I did, because the audience is just great. And I think it's tonight, at least, it's all about having a good time and having fun. And that's what I'm having.
Well, it was lovely. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, congratulations, Bill.
All right, Bill, thank you very much. Well, she almost got Kurt out to the Chapel of Love.
I don't think Katarina has any problems finding men that want to marry her.
Well, coming up next, the grace and elegance of Caryn Kadavy with Improv Ice on USA continues. As Kodak presents Improv Ice on USA, we're in Worcester. Presents Improv Ice on USA. We're in Worcester, Massachusetts at the Centrum Center. About an hour outside of Boston, in the heart of New England. And there's Rudy Galindo backstage. The men will be coming up shortly.
They're going to end up with a girl.
Her love for song and music. Skating to
On the
beautiful
ice,
song.
here's
Please welcome
three-time
world professional champion
U.S. national
Caryn
bronze medalist,
Kadavy.
world professional champion Caryn Kadavy.
I listened to this piece of music and Caryn's Walkman, and it's absolutely gorgeous and really suits her perfectly. Caryn has skated to all different types of music, but this is how I like to watch her skate. She's so elegant. Nice double axel. Caryn's got great strength, such great coverage of the ice.
She does have the ability to bring a piece of music like this to life.
She choreographed a couple of other programs for herself this year, which again is unusual. You usually use choreographers, and I thought they were wonderful. And when I told her that, she said, well, this is what I'd love to do in the future. I know a couple of choreographers have expressed a little fear, like, well, what if they find out they're good at it and we're out of a job? I think Caryn has a real future in that. It's great.
Remarkable. Caryn Kadavy. And if you're just joining us, the skaters are performing tonight after having received their music a short time ago and then constructing a completely new and original routine without the benefit of any outside practice coming in. Just a wonderful performance from the three-time U.S. national bronze medalist.
You know, you also have to show up with about 10 different costumes. Caryn has 15 backstage. She said, come help me pick out something that'll suit this piece of music. It's a lot to carry along with you.
Well, next on the ice, the 1995 U.S. National Ladies Champion. As you look at Caryn Kadavy, and there is Nicole Bobek. And we had a chance to talk to Nicole about the improv format.
For me, it's kind of an adrenaline rush to be able, okay, you have to do this now. You don't have a choice. And if it doesn't work, you got to improvise. And that's it. And, you know, do what you can without looking like you're standing out there going, what should I do next? So it can be kind of nerve-wracking, I think, but also fun at the same time.
Well, Rosalind, you brought up the point that she likes to improvise anyway on the ice.
Which has been very frustrating in the past for her coaches. But this is where she'll shine then.
British pop sensation, taking the musical world by storm. Skating to her head, honey to the bee. Please welcome an ice sensation, world champion, bronze medalist, Nicole Bobek.
Robin was excited when Nicole picked this piece of music. He said, I actually had her in mind when I chose it. It's not even released in the States yet. It's only in London.
Come on, pass me a tin. Come on, pass me a tin. I've been missing you. I should be kissing you. Wanted you to be that's you for me. I wouldn't tell a lie. Got a love I can't deny. Wanted you to be that's you for me. Wanted you to be that's you for me. Wanted you to be. I close my eyes and I see you clear. It feels like you're lying here.
Even though performing is Nicole's forte, she still has that competitive spirit. She says she's going to stay in and try for the next Olympics.
I float on every feather. Your love so sweet, like an epitaph. I'm dizzy from the time we spend together. I need that honey drip every hour. I'm thinking about your sugar lips. Got a feeling for you now that's so strong. I'm dreaming of the candy in your fingertips. Baby, don't stay away from too long.
Nice triple toe.
I should be kissing you. Want to be that's you for me. I wouldn't tell her. I love I can't deny. Wanted to be that's you for me. Wanted to be that's you for me. Wanted to be. Come on and fuck me. You're the only one who can get me there. When you gonna hear my prayer? Yeah. You're the only one who can get me there. When you gonna hear my prayer? Yeah. I'm thinking about your sugar lips. Got a feeling for you now.
God, she's jumping strong. Nice double axel.
Baby, baby, don't stay away too long. I've been missing you. I should be kissing you. Wanted you to be that's you for me.
It's one of her signature moves. There's really no name for it. Kind of a, I don't know, just...
I've been missing you. I really should be kissing you. Wanted you to be that's you.
What do you think? She's comfortable with this music?
I wouldn't tell her I got love I can't deny. Wanted you to be that's you for me. Wanted you to be that's you for me. Wanted you to be. Wanted you to be that's you for me. Wanted you to be that's you for me. You found me.
Very fun, very Nicole. It's great.
And again, it continues to be amazing that these routines have been created, all of them, in the last couple of hours. The only thing you notice that maybe is missing are some of the intricate steps that you might have for a routine that someone's practiced over an extended period of time.
Well, the choreography does take longer than jumps, like that beautiful triple toe. And the signature move. We should come up with a name for that, Bill. What do you think?
The Bobek spin.
I don't think I would attempt that.
Nicole Bobek. Well, the ladies are done, perhaps a bit relieved. And we'll return with more of Improv Ice on USA as we come to you live from Worcester, Massachusetts. Oops, back in a moment. Some of the moments from what we saw a few moments ago, the improv routines. Now, I asked you what you were thinking last year when you were getting ready. What were you thinking when it was finally over?
Relief. Relief, yeah. And then you start thinking back, okay, how did I do? Did I do good? Was that good? And then I actually thought, you know, I kind of like that. I think I'm going to keep that piece of music, which I would tell a couple of them to keep. I mean, Caryn should definitely keep that piece of music. Right. Chen, it was very fun.
What about those 6 routines stands out in your mind?
I just think that, well, Robin Cousins, for sure, knows music and knows these skaters' personalities. And to know that each of those skaters could have done any piece of music that was drawn. And yet, when they picked them, it suited them to a T. So that stood out. And just their strength. And Ekaterina going out, you know, an hour before in tears. I mean, that's what I admire, is her strength.
It was remarkable to see. We want to know what you think, so we invite you to log on to www.usanetwork.com/skate. And we'd like you to let us know who your favorite skater was among the ladies, and then you can vote after the Adagio teams and after the men's skate. And now let's send you back down to Bill Patrick.
All right, thank you very much, Bill. My problem, though, now is that I've lost my script, so I have no idea where we're going. So, Robin, you got to take it, man. What's happening here?
I can tell you exactly what we're going to do. In fact, a few of our audience have already worked it out, but it's actually going to be Katarina Witt's 18th birthday tomorrow.
Yes, yes.
Excuse me, 17th birthday tomorrow. And we'd just like to have a little surprise for you. A couple of the girls would like to go behind and pick up that. Stand up, young lady.
I know. They just want me to be fed.
Happy birthday. This way, and then the cameras can see it. There we are. Happy birthday. This will be shared by all of the skaters, but only once they've done their skating tonight. But excuse me, that's not all. Oh. Well, we have to have somebody to sing happy birthday to you, so I couldn't think of anybody better than a new friend of yours that we met a few weeks ago by the name of Mr. Joey McIntyre.
I can't stop.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Katarina. Happy birthday to you. Everybody sing. Come on, y'all. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy Happy birthday, Katarina. My heart's pumping. Happy birthday to you. Thank you. I want some cake.
Hey, Joey, I know you're saying happy birthday to Katarina, but what about all of us?
Well,
Can't you sing for us?
I feel like the luckiest guy in the world. And every guy in the stands wishes they were in my spot. So I of course I want to sing another song with you guys.
All right.
So how about Couldn't Stay Away? That's one of my favorite songs. Hit it, fellas. I don't know if I can handle it, though. Uh-oh. Ah. Can you blame me, girl? Put your hands together, y'all. Gotta take me back. Go ahead. Oh, yeah, yeah. Your love. What was I to do? I couldn't get over you. Thought that I couldn't put your love on the shelf. Get on by myself. How could I be such a fool? Without your love, it's like the day is night, and I can't figure out what's wrong or right. I tried in vain, but I couldn't stand the pain. I couldn't stay away from your love. Girl, you drive me crazy. You know I need you, baby. Your love. Your love. How can I get through to you? What more do I have to prove? 'Cause girl, you got me down on my knees. I'm begging you, please, for you to take me back. Without your love, it's like the day is night, and I can't figure out what's wrong or right. I tried in vain, but I couldn't stand the pain. I couldn't stay away from your love. I don't know what I'm doing. Come on, baby. You know you drive me crazy. Your love, your love, your love. What was I to do? Your love. I couldn't get over you. It was your love, your love. Come on, y'all. Woo! My goodness gracious. I'm in heaven. Ooh, without your love, it's like the day is night. I can't figure out what's wrong or right. 'Cause I tried in vain, baby. But I couldn't shake the pain. Oh, I couldn't stay away from your love. Ooh, baby. You know you drive me crazy. Your love, your love, your love, your love. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Ladies and
Dream come
gentlemen, Joey McIntyre, the luckiest man on the planet.
Yes.
Thank you, Joey.
Yes, I am.
Happy
Thank
birthday, Katarina.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, ladies and gentlemen. This is Improv Ice, and we're back in a moment here on USA.
Well, here is a description of adagio skating. In its shortest form, basically, it's pair skating without the restrictions that you see in normal pair skating. And what you end up with is what we saw in the clips a short time ago. Some pretty outstanding moments. It's a lot of fun to watch.
Well, you're going to see a lot of different interesting lifts. They're not as worried about the throw jumps. In fact, I hope they're not worrying about the throw jumps. Can you imagine skating into it? What are we doing? Throw triple south, throw double axel? I don't know. I think this would be much harder than just worrying about yourself and if you're getting your footwork right. I wouldn't want to be tripping my partner.
What are the qualities that it takes to be a good pair skater as opposed to a single skater?
Well, first of all, trust. I think you have to really have a unison. That's not something I've ever had to worry about. I don't have to look over in the middle of a spin. One of the skaters is counting. You're watching each other, trying to make sure you're always on. I can like take care of myself out there. I can't think of someone else too, but it's amazing.
Did you ever try that?
No. Actually, I did Sleeping Beauty once with Robin Cousins, and when we were inventing the lifts, I cracked 2 ribs, and I said, "That's it. That's enough of pair skating for me."
No more of this.
No
Now,
more of this.
The men are backstage. Is it more difficult having to watch the women go first and now the adagio teams and then skate? I mean, is that time kind of your enemy, or can you utilize it to work on your routine?
Yeah, I don't know if they were watching. Last year, I wasn't watching. I was backstage in the hallway just with my Walkman, just trying to remember what I was choreographing. So I think the men are still back there using every last second they have.
All right, well, this is such a unique event. Improv Ice here on USA. This was earlier today. The adagio teams drawing their music. Country and classical, and we have quite a lineup.
Oh, that's a good kick.
Beginning with Kazakova and Dmitriev, the reigning Olympic pairs champions. It is frightening, isn't it, Roz? Yeah.
I would think you would really have to have it planned before you go out there, that's for sure.
One thing in singles when it's just you, but to coordinate it with a partner has to be difficult. Well, here they are, reigning Olympic pairs champions, Oksana Kazakova and Artur Dmitriev. Music is from the Gypsy Kings.
Well, I would think this music's going to suit them. They've got a very sensual style. And she can move, that's for sure.
Well, Oksana was born in St. Petersburg, formerly Leningrad in Russia, and Artur is from the Ukraine.
Now, the women knew what to expect because of last year. This competition didn't. Last year was a competition, so this is very new and very different for them. Beautiful pro triple toe. That's that strength that they're known for. See, how would you know, really, truly, how would you know what your partner's doing, when to grab her hand? I would think they're drawing from past programs.
Don't ask me, I can't even stand up on skate.
As I was saying earlier, as a single skater, this is something you would do on the ice in practice. A piece of music comes on. Sometimes you skate to each other's music. I wouldn't think pair skaters spend too much time improvising. They're known for their unique lifts. Of course, Mara Moscovina, their coach, coached many Olympic champions.
said growing up in the Ukraine, he really admired the Protopopovs. He was so brilliant 2 decades ago in skating, and more recently Torval and Dean, and you can see a little bit of the Torval and Dean influence.
That's one of those, I think the music just ended.
Kazakova and Dmitriev, the reigning Olympic champions.
Interesting lifts and 2 throw triple jumps to boot. This is a very unusual entrance. Throw triple toe isn't something you see done by the pairs a lot. Interesting lift position. One-handed around the back. Very creative. This is one of their signature moves. Again, not something I would try.
So we'll sit and watch our next Adagio pair, Tricia Klocke and Ian Jenkins.
So wild ones on the ice are Master Miko International Champions Tricia Klocke and Ian Jenkins.
She was born in St. Louis, he in Bristol, England. They both now live in Paris. Ian was a 2-time world professional champion, skating with Tracy Solomons.
Tricia was 6 years as a principal soloist of Ice Capades, and you can see the influence in not just the costume, but in the look. Adagio skating is much more inventive and artistic. And as you notice, she's much taller than what you normally see in the pair team. You're not going to see a lot of the throw triples from them, but some very unique lifts. Really more acrobatic. Hello. Adagio teams, as opposed to real pair skating teams, are used to skating on much smaller ice, whether it's in Ice Capades, other Vegas type shows, so they don't get the coverage across the ice. They spend more time doing the lifts, which in this competition, this show, is what it needs. Try this at home, right, Bill? See what I mean by trust? That's great.
Tricia Klocke and Ian Jenkins. I suspect they've done that before. Wow, some spectacular moves. Let's take another look.
Again, the strength and just very unique. He lets go and holds her with one arm. Interesting beginning of the lift. I think he's got a tight grip on her there. Takes a lot of strength actually on both skaters. Strong stomach muscles, and this is the move that makes everybody cringe.
Headbanger?
Yeah, headbanger. I think a lot of injuries have happened learning that move.
We're live from Worcester, Mass. Improv Ice. Welcome back to the Centrum Center, Worcester, Massachusetts. Centrum Center, Worcester, Massachusetts. Improv Ice on USA. And log on to www.usanetwork.com/skate. A chance for you to let us know who your favorite improv skaters have been. And to log on now, get a chance to talk with that lady, Caryn Kadavy. We're looking at Caryn live, chatting with somebody. The USA Network website. That was a long answer. Fast typing. Meanwhile, on the ice, the next Adagio team, Elena, Leonova, and Andrei, Khvalko. Russian pairs team married. They now live in San Francisco.
And Andrei Khvalko.
And they won the first competition they ever skated together, the 1997 U.S. Open Professional Championships. And by the way, they have drawn Country. I Will Always Love You, duet by Dolly Parton and Vince Gill.
Should stay, I will only be
Again, they look so comfortable and they're matching so well, and yet don't forget they made this up literally just in the last couple of hours.
Just joining us, the skaters received their music and heard it for the first time earlier this evening, and then had to come up with a new routine on their own to perform on the ice tonight.
Unbelievable. He's in a what we call a shoot the duck position with her up in the air. Amazing strength.
That is all I am taking with me. Please, don't you cry. 'Cause we both know I know what you need. But I will
and I hope you have all dream of.
I wish you joy and happiness.
Pair skaters actually do talk to each other on the ice in the middle of a program. Every team has a different way of communicating, but they do speak. Nice throw double axel. Another variation of the lift with one arm. It was a beautiful program. I can't believe they made it up in the last 2 hours. I mean, that's trust and communication.
Leonova and Khvalko.
The glorious sounds of the Bolshoi Orchestra and the finale from the ballet The Humpback Horse are brought to the ice now by U.S. Open Pro Skating medalists Anita Hartshorn and Frank Sweiding.
Two-time world professional pairs champions, and they are outstanding. Anita Hartshorn and Frank Sweiding.
The one thing that makes Anita and Frank so exciting is the music they choose. They always pick very powerful pieces of music that tell stories. So it's interesting to see what they'll do with music they didn't even hear, like we said, until 2 hours ago. Two-time world professional pairs champions. They spend their time in Sun Valley, Idaho now, performing and creating other shows. They have their own production company and they're engaged. She says, we spend a little bit too much time apart, creating so many events. They've had a great career together. Has created so many different events this season. This one, of course, being the most unique. This was his idea. We all kind of looked at him at first like, really? You think that'll work? And it's been such a great success. Headbanger. Yay! Amazing.
Anita Hartshorn and Frank Sweiding. And backstage, while a lot of the other competitors were listening to their music and looking very uncomfortable and tense, I saw Frank and he looked absolutely relaxed.
Well, they also took a red eye last night from Santa Rosa where they're performing. They're a little tired, but you couldn't even tell.
Once again, a routine created over the last couple of hours. They made it look so easy. Anita Hartshorn and Frank Sweiding. We'll return with more of Improv Ice on USA after these messages.
Improv Ice here on USA. The Adagio pairs teams taking a much USA, the Adagio pairs teams taking a much-needed breather. The final performance coming up momentarily. But first, a reminder that you can chat online live on our website with Caryn Kadavy, and assisting us is our designated typist, Jamie. And Caryn, I'm wondering, let's see, the last question you were asked here was, Caryn, how do you choose your costumes? Good question. How do you?
Well, actually, I do a lot of brainstorming. I look through a lot of magazines and try to listen to the music at first and see what type of outfit I'd like to wear, and then I go to my dressmaker and we come up with some ideas, and I go to some of the shops where they have fabric and I pick out a lot of materials, and that's about it.
Well, that's a normal event. What about this event? How many did you bring with you this time?
I brought about 15.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I knew it. Oh, there you have it. Chat online at usanetwork.com with Caryn Kadavy. Thank you so much. And now back to Bill McAtee.
All right, Billy, thank you very much. A lot of people don't know Bill Patrick
And
also
there's
brought
the
15 out there.
always
Before
remain a
tonight.
classic of the silver screen.
Not wanting to clash with any of the skaters.
Live on long after their closing
Well,
credits.
getting ready
Here
to
with the love theme
perform,
from that great movie,
Isabel
our
Brasseur
two-time
and
Olympic
Lloyd
bronze
Eisler,
Isabel
former
Brasseur
world
and
champions
Lloyd
and
Eisler.
5-time world medalists.
Isabel and Lloyd are also used to skating to fast, very powerful music. This is very different for them.
For a lot of the skaters, it really is a test, isn't it?
It really is. Again, sometimes you don't choose music for fear of thinking you can't pull it off, as we've heard them say. I think this ends up surprising a lot of the skaters. They're known for the strength of their lifts. Here's something very unusual. Now, when pair skaters invent all the different lifts, there are a lot of injuries. She actually skated in a world championship with a cracked rib once, and they won the silver medal. Whoa! Takes a lot of guts to be a pair skater.
I would think when you have only a few hours to assemble your routine, what you would do is take sequences out of other routines and try to weave them together.
Absolutely. The trick is then remembering what sequence that all comes in. That's why they do talk to each other out there. This is a piece I would go to them and say, you have to keep this. This was perfect for you. I love seeing them skate like this.
Music forcing them to be slow and deliberate, but still very powerful. Brasseur and Eisler. Well, the men are coming up. There's Kurt Browning warming up backstage. We'll return to Improv Ice on USA in a moment.
The third place ahead of Mino. Third place ahead.
Well, a short time ago, Improv Ice and the Adagio team. And once again, it is remarkable for Roslyn Summers to consider that they've just got the music and they had to put together a routine. And as we said, it's one thing to do it by yourself. It's another to have that chemistry with your partner and not to make any mistakes. And we didn't see any mistakes out there.
We didn't, and what impressed me the most was the amount of different lifts we were seeing tonight. A lot of creativity. Again, we're just making it up a few short hours ago.
Well, as you sit here, and we talked a little bit about, you know, all the things you were feeling a year ago when you were skating. As you sit here, what's going through your mind?
You know what? I actually want to be out there. I like being up here with you, but, you know, the skaters are just making me really want to be out there. They're having fun. They're enjoying themselves. I'm not feeling any nerves from them. I really want to be out there.
But that's part of the trick, right?
Yes,
not,
it is.
Not to show those nerves as well.
It is, and to give other skaters the feeling of wanting to go out there.
We're getting ready to watch the men now. Who are the guys that their temperament and the way they skate is best suited to improv?
I would think for sure Kurt Browning. I mean, he's an absolute genius, and Kurt is one of those that will go out on practice all the time, skate to everybody else's music, in fact, get in your way because he's doing so much choreography. This definitely suits him, and I would think Philippe Candeloro, who is always a crowd favorite.
Now, in general, do the men tend to take more chances, or do the ladies take more chances?
I would think the men are going to take more chances. You might see a backflip. They're going to try. They might not try as many triples. Kurt will. I know Kurt will do the triples. But I just think you're going to see them more daring. They're going to kind of, hey, you know, whatever goes, goes.
Kurt Browning, of course, the first man to do a quad in world championship competition.
You're probably not going to see the quad out here tonight, but that's okay. That's not what the focus is out here. Again, it's not about the jumps. It's about interpreting a piece of music that you might not normally try.
Do you think this kind of thing would lend itself to actual competition? Improv, getting the music before and then having to go out and skate?
What I think would be interesting about that is in a normal competition, the judges watch the practices. Now, they're not supposed to prejudge, but they do watch and they do know what's going to happen in a program. So if you do make a mistake, the judges know what you're capable of. In this, the judges would be just as much in the dark as the skaters. I think it would be more fair, maybe?
Well, the man who started this all, we mentioned earlier, was a 1980 Olympic gold medalist, Robin Cousins. And here's Robin in Lake Placid, winning that gold medal in 1980. It was a spectacular individual performance.
Well, I remember watching Robin and being so inspired, knowing that hopefully someday this is where I'd end up at the Olympics. He's taken skating so far. He has done so much with the sport.
Well, there's Robin. Let's go down to Bill Patrick.
All right, thank you so much. Seems like it was yesterday, huh?
20 years ago in February, the Olympics will be.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, on order of business, we should get this out of the way, and that is the news that you are calling it a career. You're retiring January 30th. Is that correct?
I am. I will be finishing off with Holiday on Ice, with the company I started with as a professional, in my hometown of Brighton in England on January the 30th. And but that's not the end of it.
No,
really.
not quite yet, folks, because we have something a little special, a lot special for you, and that is Robin Cousins' last on-ice performance here in the United States tonight. So, big fella, how do you feel?
A little strange. One of the reasons I'm going to hang the skates up is I'm finding it very hard to wear various hats as a choreographer and a producer. And we did a show with Joey a few weeks ago, and I've had the album around for a while. And when I knew he was going to come and do this tonight, last year I got bumped at the end of the show.
Yes, you
didn't
did.
get to skate. So I thought, right, I will improv. I'll come out and play a little bit, but only if Joey brings another piece of music with him.
All right.
So he has done that for me. We had a bit of a play this afternoon.
Joey McIntyre,
so we're gonna go and,
what do you have?
a go?
I'm honored. Thank you very much. I'm nervous myself. So this song is called "I Cried," and it's about saying goodbye. So it's kind of fitting.
Ladies and gentlemen, Robin Cousins and Joey McIntyre.
Do you remember how we'd hold each other tight? It was all I had to get me through the night. I can't believe that you are gone. Everything right all went wrong. Do you remember how we kissed? You said you never felt like this. Yes, I thought it never end. You know that you were my best friend. I cried. I don't care who knows it. I cried. I ain't too proud to show it. I cried when you said goodbye. Ooh, baby, I cried. I wonder if you ever think of me, or am I just another distant memory? After all that we've been through, it's just so hard to give up on you. I cried. I don't care who knows it. I cried. I ain't too proud to show it. I cried when you said goodbye. And I don't care who knows it. I cried. And I ain't too proud to show it. I cried. When you said goodbye. When you said goodbye. I cried.
Robin, I assume your heart is beating out of your chest right now. How do you feel?
Strange, relieved, a little tense. My feet are numb. My skates have been on for about 15 minutes waiting for this. Beautiful song, huh?
It was beautiful, and it looks like you haven't lost a step. Robin Cousins, the end of an era, folks. Really, Robin's last appearance here in the United States. Stay with us. Improv Ice continues on USA in a moment.
And welcome back to Improv Ice on USA. Here's the lineup of the men. We'll start with Kurt Browning.
Well, Kurt Browning is the Gene Kelly of the ice. Michael Weiss, who is the current U.S. national champion, just became a daddy for the second time. And of course, Philippe Candeloro, the two-time Olympic bronze medalist, always coming up with very innovative programs. Rudy Galindo, who is quite the jumper. He always loves being out on the ice, very interpretive. And Alexei Yagudin, who is the current world and European champion, who has a real repertoire of jumps. Could be thrown in a quad tonight, you never know. And Elvis Stoico, the two-time Olympic silver medalist. Again, known for his jumps. Amazing field.
Now here's the order that they drew earlier. Michael Weiss will start, then Galindo, Browning, Candeloro, Yagudin, and Stoico. And backstage, Kurt Browning, listening to his music once or twice more. And checking out our camera.
Well, Kurt got classical. I don't know. Maybe that is something that I haven't seen Kurt do.
Well, earlier we had a chance to talk to Kurt. We asked him for his take on the improv format. Here's what he had to say.
I forget a lot of my programs. Anyways, so basically I thought I might just go into a competition where it's okay to forget your program. Just keep those feet moving. They know what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do. We'll all know very soon.
Well, we're going to see what Kurt Browning came up with. He'll be on the ice shortly, and we'll return with more from the Centrum Center in Worcester, Mass. Improv Ice on USA after these messages. Back to the Centrum Center in Worcester, Massachusetts, and Centrum Center in Worcester, Massachusetts, and Improv Ice on USA as the men have just taken the ice to begin their warm-ups. Bill McAtee along with Rosalind Summers. Good to have you with us tonight. And I know I was watching you when Robin was out on the ice. What were you thinking? Final performance here in the States.
A lot of different things. Robin has meant so much to me and to my career. I actually remember the very first time when I won the World Championships in Helsinki in '83, and there was an after competition party, and Robin had me sitting on his lap, and he just made me feel like, wow, like I'm a part of this, because I watched him win his Olympic medal in Lake Placid, and it made me feel like this is where I am, this is where I want to go. And ever since then, as a professional, he's done choreography for me. He's put me in these events that he's created. He's believed in me. I was there when he had his first knee operation quite a few years ago. Didn't think he'd ever even skate again after that. You know, our lives have just been connected now for a long time. And, you know, I know all of us, I'm getting close to that moment possibly. And it's very emotional. It's very...
A man who has meant so much to the sport of figure skating, and he will continue on.
No, he's a genius,
sport,
absolutely.
But in a different capacity. But look at this.
Well,
a little spring in a step to do that.
Yeah, backflip at such a young age, Robin. But basically, I'd just like to say thank you, Robin, for everything that you've meant to the sport and to myself, and to think that you're going to continue on and work with all of us and just give us, again, more venues to be creative and to express ourselves. Really, that's all that we love to do as skaters, so I love you. Thank you.
Meanwhile, the men still warming up on the ice, and take me through the process. Once you get the music, then what do you do from there to start to build the routine?
Really, you do the same thing here, even in 2 hours, that you would normally do if you had months with a piece of music. First, you pick it. You decide really what kind of story you want to tell. Are you being a character? Are you being fun? Are you trying to really express some serious emotion inside of you? Then you decide what goes in the program. How many jumps do I want in the program? how many spins, you know, do I want this to be a really powerful program technically? Again, do I want the program to be powerfully emotional? And then, you know, then you get on the ice and you really start working it through, normally with a choreographer, this time by yourself. And they were choreographing most of it backstage in tennis shoes. So it's also one thing to make up a move and then to try it on the ice. It can be very different. And then, you know, when you usually have months to put the program together, it becomes your second skin. Here they've done it in a couple of hours. You can see Kurt out there with his Walkman with his classical music. Now again, maybe feeling a little panic now. When these skaters get out there, you won't even know. Again, you're going to think that they've been doing this for months, and they haven't.
Well, the men are just about set, and we'll return with more from Worcester. Improv Ice on USA right after these messages. Massachusetts, Improv Ice on USA. The men are just about set. Improv Ice on USA. The men are just about set. Here's what you told us from the USA Network website, www.usanetwork.com. Your opinion on the ladies' improv. Nicole Bobek, 34%. Gordeeva, 22%. Kadavy, 20%. This was earlier when the men got their music. Stoiko.
Yeah.
Kurt Browning. He didn't want classical.
I brought the stick so I wouldn't have to skate the glass.
And a little help from Michael Weiss, his wife, who is with him, Lisa. It's kind of exchanging ideas. Stoiko. And now on the ice, the reigning U.S. National Men's Champion, Michael Weiss. 23 years old, was born in Washington, D.C., still lives in Northern Virginia with his wife, Lisa, who you saw a moment ago, and his two children, Annie Mae, who's 14 months old, and Christopher Michael, who is here and was born just 6 weeks ago.
And Lisa has done a lot of Michael's choreography. You think she was back there giving him last-minute tips on choreography and, I don't know, maybe diapers? What do you think? He loves being a daddy. Okay, well, I guess if you start your program with a great triple Lutz, like you said, the men are taking chances. You can do what you want. Do what you like. Each year, Michael becomes a stronger performer and a stronger jumper. This piece of music is great for him because it's helping him really relate to the audience. And that's what music can do for you. A lot of different aspects of skating and performing that are so important. Triple flip, no problem. It's a great piece of music for him. Knocking him off. Third triple. This is great. Ew, back flip. was named Father of the Year by the National Fatherhood Initiative. What do you think? Fatherhood, good for skating, huh? He's so comfortable out there. It's great.
Well, the kids are here. They're quite old enough to know what's going on. But Dad turned in a nice performance.
Well, I bet you he has them on skates as soon as they can walk.
Michael Weiss, men's gold medalist at the U.S. Championships this year. Next on the ice will be Rudy Galindo, former U.S. national champion. It was one of the more remarkable stories in skating in 1996 when he won the Nationals over two former U.S. champions in his hometown of San Jose. Became, at the age of 26, the oldest gold medalist in 70 years, and that reaction will live in memory for a long time. Rudy Galindo. He's now on the ice, always a crowd favorite.
Raunchy rock and roll from U.S. national champion Rudy Galindo.
Well, and he credits the support of his family for getting him where he is today. His sister Laura Galindo, who is actually here with her little baby.
Tyler, who's 11 months old.
Running around backstage, listening to the music. Rudy is very expressive. I've seen him skate to every kind of music. And he always puts 100% into it. Oh yeah. See? Makes me want to dance. I want to get out there. Triple toe combination. His jumps look so easy. We saw that triple axel perform in the Nationals. He's actually a pair skater, national champion with Christy Yamaguchi, and when she decided to concentrate on her singles career, it was a big transition for Rudy, and yet look what he's done. He's gone on, made an amazing career for himself.
They were the World Junior Pairs champions in 1987. Once again, if you're just joining us, the skaters are performing tonight, having received their music a few hours ago, constructing completely new and original routine without the benefit of any extra practice. Rudy Galindo.
Rudy's always a crowd favorite. Like I said, putting everything he has always into his performances. He's been a great role model in the sport. You know, really just saying, just don't ever give up. I mean, really just go for your dreams. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do it. There's nothing like watching someone overcome anything and become a champion. This is a family show, but that's okay. That's choreography. I'm going to try and remember that move for my next program, Bill.
Exactly. Well, we mentioned always such a crowd favorite. Plenty of flowers and hugs for Rudy. The crowd here at Centrum Center in Worcester, Mass.
The musical genius of
Browning is ready.
is evident in this next piece of music, Meditation from Theus. And our skating
Wearing
genius is four-time
one of the finer suits you'll ever see. Four-time world champion and three-time world professional champion, Kurt Browning.
I think he's a little nervous. I think he's going to actually take this piece and do what Kurt normally does, make it very entertaining with a touch of comedy.
You think?
Well, maybe this is serious. I don't know. With Kurt, you never know what to expect, truly.
No, I don't think he borrowed this from the Proto-Popovs.
Truly a skater that can take any piece of music and make it amazing, and really truly make it himself, make it his own. Also a skater that constantly teaches the rest of us, the other skaters watching him. It's just a spoof. He's just the best. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at him. I
think he wants you to laugh at him.
But I just adore his style, and I adore the fact that he can get out there and just do what he does.
You see the footwork there on that pass.
One of the few skaters that can bring true acting into his performances. Honest, don't let Kurt fool you. He made this up, as you even saw in the warm-up. Oh, it's over. Not over? It is over. It's done. Oh, I don't want it to end. Kurt is one of those, one of the skaters that I can watch time and time again and never get tired. And even on tour, he's a little bit different every single night.
Kurt Browning, and a lot of folks on their feet here at the Centrum Center.
His wife, Sonia Rodriguez, is actually a performer with the Toronto Ballet. Maybe that's where he got some of those moves.
He actually proposed to
Sorry,
Sonia
Sonia.
during a question and answer session after a show in Toronto in 1995. Somebody said, well, are you married? And he said, no, not now. And he got down on one knee and proposed to Sonia. Let's go down to Bill Patrick.
Well, Kurt, Robin just said that's the reason he quit.
I got no comment for that.
Okay, well.
Speechless for the first time in my life.
Well, I got to tell you something. This format was made for you. Do you agree?
Not until about 10 minutes ago. I hated it. And then I got an idea.
It just occurred to you 10 minutes ago?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow. And when did it occur to you to wear the suit that I was going to wear?
Really, this is one I borrowed from my father. It's what he proposed to my mother in. It's good luck.
So the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, does it?
No, not very far.
That was wonderful. Congratulations. That was a lot of fun.
Good time. Thanks, everybody.
All right, back to you, Bill.
Kurt, Bill, thank you very much.
Last from the 60s now has
Kurt Browning. About to take the ice. The Frenchman lives just outside of Paris. Philippe Candeloro. We believe he might be hiding nearby. The music, by the way, is the 60s pop classic. There he is.
He's hiding behind sunglasses.
Hanky panky.
Well, if you know skating and you're a skating fan, you know that Philippe has a tendency to, how shall we say, take his clothes off. I have a funny feeling. 2 items have come off. I have a feeling that shirt might be coming off too. Great triples actually in between the hip bops.
It's interesting because in between the entertainment elements is some pretty fine skating. Two-time Olympic bronze medalist, carried the flag for France at the opening ceremonies in Nagano.
When in Nagano, if you remember, he was D'Artagnan. In his long program, Philippe is known for taking a character, creating an entire program around it. What would you call this character?
One of the Beach Boys.
A Beach Boy doing a triple Lutz. Philippe really involves his audience, okay? But he does, and that's what makes him so popular. Careful. He's going to actually go out there and skate with him. And he left the shirt on. Bummer.
For the first time.
It was great. The music, again, it suited him. Maybe not something he would have chosen on his own, but it's great.
Philippe Candeloro. Nice ovation from the crowd here at the Centrum Center, and another look.
Nice triple toe. Great leg position in the air.
And a little audience participation for Philippe. We'll be back with more Improv Ice after these messages.
The GM
15,000-seat arena and home of the Worcester Ice Cats seat arena and home of the Worcester Ice Cats hockey team. But tonight, the home of Improv Ice on USA. Getting ready to perform, reigning world and European men's champion, Yagudin. As you can see by his shirt, the music that he has drawn is country.
I
one thing that really makes this concept work is the fact that Robin Cousins knows music so well. He has such a knowledge of what is skatable, what isn't. It's very important. Trying a triple axel, but see, now this is how you can cover up a mistake in a show like this that you couldn't normally do.
Might deduct a few points for that in competition.
When you finally do, I think you will see it somewhere in my broken heart.
1998, he became the second youngest men's world champion in history, just 15 days after his 18th birthday.
I hope that in time you will find what you long for. Love that's written in the stars. When you finally
He's actually made his home Marlboro, New Jersey during the skating season. He trains there with his coach Tatiana Tarasova. They have a very close relationship. You know, none of the skaters bring coaches to this event either. No choreographers, no coaches. It's very different. You're really on your own. I think that suited him.
Alexei Yagudin, reigning world men's champion. Well, up next, 27-year-old Elvis Stoico, and as we've done with the other skaters, we asked Elvis about the improv format.
Right at the beginning, you're going to think, okay, I got the music, I got to work fast. And you're going to be a little bit worried about it at first, but once you get the first opening piece set up and start kind of placing some elements and getting an idea how the music is, I think after that I'll relax. It's just a matter of hearing it from beginning to end, know how long it is. I think after that I'll settle into it.
Well, the three-time world champion and two-time Olympic silver medalist is ready from Ontario, now training in Philadelphia. He won his 5th Canadian men's championship earlier this year. Elvis Stoico.
Elvis says he's staying in until the next Olympics. Going to try and get a gold after 2 silvers. It's a powerful jumper, but I tell you, the men now are really pushing the envelope on the jumps.
We have 3 quads, 1 routine at the last U.S. Nationals.
I guess 1 is no longer enough, which is amazing. A lot of audience participation. It kind of helps sometimes with take up a little time in the program.
Sparkling champagne, let there be birds.
I love seeing skaters perform to something they wouldn't normally choose. I know Nat King Cole may not be in Elvis's library, but it works. I know his choreographer, Ushi Kessler, is here with him tonight. Nice triple lutz.
First of all, please let there be love.
He just knocks off those triples like they're nothing.
Let there be love.
That was great.
Three-time world champion, Elvis Stoico. Well, that's it for the men, but still lots more to come when we return to Worcester, Massachusetts. Improv Ice on USA after these messages. Well, some of the memorable moments from the men's improv. Michael Weiss. Rudy Galindo, his unique style. And speaking of unique style, Roz, how about Kurt Browning?
Well, we did see a lot of jumps out here tonight. So like we said, that's not what this is all about. And they all interpreted each piece of music, I would say, perfectly. It was fun. They each also brought me right into their performance.
Lexi Yagudin, men's world champion, and Elvis Stoico a few moments ago. Well, we'd like to know what you think. So the opportunity to express yourself is here at www.usanetwork.com/skate. We'd like your opinion on which one of the men's performances you enjoyed the most. Bill McAtee back with Rosalind Summers. Now we're going to see a little team skate, and this again is improv. They got the music this afternoon, and they had a little more time because it's a little more complicated with that many skaters. But did you enjoy this aspect of performing with a lot of other skaters?
Absolutely, and that's one thing. With the big tours, you get a chance to really work together. Now, in those tours, you get 6 weeks to put a show together, and you really get used to, again, where everybody's going, what everybody's doing, and the choreography's in your brain. They've just been doing this since this afternoon, and that's a memory game. You have to remember, because that's where you can have collisions.
We had a chance to watch them. It was pretty impressive as we see them on the ice right now live.
The pairs do one.
This is where they're saying,
Katarina and I joined them on
again?
the second one.
This is where they're saying, okay, what do we do again, and where are you going to go? And
was I supposed to go first?
Was I supposed to go
Whose
first?
turn was
Who
it?
blames who at this point? But no, actually, this is fun, because this is where the skaters really get to interact with each other, and I've always heard it's a favorite with the audiences.
Okay, now tell me, what are the little tricks that you use to cover up a mistake if you're in a group?
Tell you that?
Darn.
We have lots of tricks.
Well, we'll see the result of the practice from this afternoon. The teams will skate when we return to Improv Ice on USA in a moment. Team on the ice was designated as Team 2. Ice was designated as Team 2 earlier today, but they'll be the first team to skate. Browning, Candeloro, Weiss, Witt, Bobek, Chen, Hartshorn. Hartshorn and Sweiding are being broken up. Dmitriev and Kazakova, and Jenkins and Klocke.
Okay, it looks like our first team is
Well,
now
the
ready.
warm-up is complete, and they didn't really do a lot of skating. They just kind of gathered and waved their arms a lot in the middle of the ice.
Well, I will tell you, in rehearsals of any show, when you're putting group numbers together, there's a lot of goofing off and playing around and chatting and talking, and sometimes we irritate our choreographers because we don't pay attention, which is sometimes why a group number can take longer to put together. And that's what they were doing. They were kind of goofing off, and trust me, they'll pull it off.
Both teams will skate to the same music. It's from the Austin Powers movie, The Spy Who Shagged Me, Green Day, Espionage.
Well, I would say Katarina is, what do you think, head spy? She's
Certainly
the
not
diva.
Austin Powers.
Well, she's the one with the gun, so I think she's in charge. The Temptress, which Katarina is good at playing.
Don't be scared. Hey, Mr. Tough Guy.
Katarina actually had a guest shot on the TV show VIP in which she played a villainess.
We better go for it.
And I think that plastic gun was left over from the show.
I know when I've been on tour, the group numbers are really my favorite part. You really get to have fun and play, and when you're doing them night after night, sometimes 60 times in a row, you can change things, ad lib. Very fun. See, who says you need 6 weeks to put a tour together? Robin actually helped them with the group numbers and with some of the last-minute decisions, what was going to happen. Otherwise, sometimes you get too many chefs, in the kitchen. Everybody has different ideas. Similar to the famous Ice Capades pinwheel with... Uh-oh! I think the pinwheel just broke up. Oh my!